So today, recently fired Jets head coach Robert Saleh was spotted at Packers practice. Here it came out from Rob Demovsky, who says, recently fired Jets coach Robert Saleh is at Packers practice. Long history between him and Matt LaFleur. Also has worked with Jeff Hafley. We'll hear from LaFleur after practice if he's hired Saleh in some capacity. That's him on the far sideline watching the offense. There's a picture there. It's hard to tell in this one, but there are a few other reporters who also confirmed the same information. So this is interesting. Saleh, when he got fired, it sounded to me from some comments I read that maybe he wouldn't come back to coaching this season. And while this doesn't necessarily mean that he is going to sign with the Packers as an advisor or something else in that capacity, it is interesting that he is at Packers practice. And it is important to note that Matt LaFleur and him have a very long history. They were both part of Central Michigan's staff back in 2004 and 2005. And they were roommates for a year back then. And Matt LaFleur was the best man at Robert Saleh's wedding. So they seem to be best friends. And, you would assume that after Saleh got fired, LaFleur and him probably talked about different things like that. And it could be that maybe Saleh is going to be added to this Packers staff as some kind of advisor or have some kind of role here for this Packers defense. And I think so far, Jeff Hafley's done an incredible job. But I think just adding any other kind of defensive mind who has had a lot of success in the NFL, it can never hurt. And if you look back at Robert Saleh's history, in his 4 years as the DC in San Francisco, he had a couple of years where his defenses were in the top 5 when it came to yards allowed back in 2019 and 2020. And then during his tenure with the Jets, he wasn't, calling plays, but the Jets defense was consistently one of the best when Robert Saleh was there. So even though he didn't find the success that he probably hoped for with the Jets, I still think he could be a very, very solid coach. And I honestly hope that the Packers add him in some capacity to the defensive staff, because I think that having his mind and what he can do there and what he's been able to do could do nothing but help this Packers defense. So we'll keep an eye on this, see if anything comes of it, or if it's nothing and maybe he's just there for fun. Who knows? But it is interesting that he was at Packers practice. But if you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.